Hello you guys, this is a complete beginner guide on how to get into PKing. This is for those of you who do not know how to PK at all, know nothing about PKing. And this guide will help you get the perfect starting PKing account so you can get on your way and start PKing and have some fun and hopefully get some really good loot. So I want to go over the stats of the account. The account is actually going to be a gmaul pure, and the first thing you want to get is 50 attack. And then you want to get 52 strength. You also want to get 62 range, and or it could be 60 range, 25 prayer for the protect item, and 55 HP. Your magic could be 1, but if you want, you can raise it to 60. And your combat level at the end will be level 50, which is a great combat level for beginners because all the really good PKers are more in the 60 to 70 range and or higher. But in the 50 range, you get 35s, which is like really newbie people, and you're pretty much far from like the really good PKers. 65 is you want to try to avoid high level PKers as much as possible. So the next thing is we're gonna look at the bank. Here is my here's the loots that I get from PKing. I have a looting tab, and then on the other tab I have the gear tab where I have the monkfish, I have the karambwams, the green dehides. I recommend using red dehide, but I like to be cheap PKing. I consider myself a rag PKer, but I mean at the end I make more profit. I still get about the same amount of kills, and so I recommend stacking up a lot on your gear so you don't have to keep going to the Grand Exchange and keep buying the items. This is the gear I have that I'm going to be using. I'll be using the mage bow with the red dehide, ring recoil, 50 rune arrows. I like to use 50. Do not go overboard with the rune arrows. And you want to keep the karambwams. You need karambwams first of all. It's whenever somebody pulls out a spec weapon, that's when you eat a monkfish with a karambwam. But make sure you put the karambwams on top of the monkfish. That way it's a lot easier to tick on both. And for the gmaul, I recommend this is gonna be your main spec weapon. You're gonna use the mage bow and then switch to the gmaul in the perfect time. I highly recommend putting it right here. So as you can see here, my risk is only 11k. It's only 11k, and of course you want item protect so you protect your gmaul. Okay, so you wanna try to avoid scammers like this guy. As you can see, he's trying to trade me. And he's telling me if I wish I was rich. He wants me to pull out all my items from the bank. And you definitely want to try avoid these guys for sure. These guys are scammers. As soon as you take out your cash, he's going to bring out his pure, and he's probably going to try to TB you or something. Well, in this combat level, not that much people have TB, but you never know. So try to avoid those kind of people. So this is the type of setup that I recommend having. Of course, this could always be in your preferences, but like I said, have the karambwams on top of the monkfish, and I recommend always having a teleport in case somebody tries to rush you. And you want to try to avoid majors like that guy right there, because they're gonna most likely rush you and then tell you right after. So if you think you can anti-rush them, then go for it. I mean, you're not risking anything anyway, so. But I recommend just trying to avoid them, especially since you're a beginner. If someone's more advanced, then yeah, go for it. Okay, so I recommend looking for somebody that looks super newbie so you can get some practice first before you fight somebody that has actual gear. And like this guy right here, he looks super newbie. He has 30 defense. You know he has low HP because of that. And see there, I pull out the gmaul in the right time and I spec him out. So here's an example of another fight. This person has prayers, so she probably has low HP as well. So what you want to do is you want to get your gmaul ready by pressing the hotkey to the attack style, and I recommend having auto retaliate on, and just get your gmaul ready. Always look at your HP, make sure your HP is good. I recommend eating like at about 30 HP or higher, unless you're fighting an OB mauler, because those people hit a lot higher. But always watch out for their gmaul as well. You can see right there, the last spec failed. I 15, 15, and 4. That 4 was like a 10, I would have killed her. But it's not the end right there. You can just smack them with the gmaul and it comes out as like a double tick, as you can see right here. I'm gonna do it again. There's a good time to do it. Ooh, I better eat. See, you always gotta eat. Make sure your HP is good before you go. Don't always try to risk it. Right there, I would have got pk'd if I hadn't ate. Where here's the tick. See, there you go. You got 2 hit marks right there. That's what you want to do whenever you run out of spec. I'm probably gonna have to tell you here. Oh, another thing I forgot to mention is I don't like to bring that much food in case I die super quick, because some people might get super lucky with the gmaul and PK you really quick, or somebody might rush you and you just died and you just wasted all that food for nothing. And food is pretty expensive nowadays, especially sharks and cron bombs, but monks aren't that bad. But hey, I mean, like I said, I like to make profit. That's why I like to use cheap gear. So here are some more examples of me PKing people. See, I'm gonna fight this guy right here. Get my gmaul ready, my hotkeys ready, and I'm gonna risk it. And that was a good spec. Basically a 4 hit mark right there. And pretty decent loot for pures. That's the other thing as well. When you're gonna be pure PKing, you don't expect good loots. I mean, the best you're gonna get is probably 50k. Well, not the best, but you know, the average you're gonna get is 50k. The best you're gonna get is probably 200k. Those dragon knives are definitely worth a lot though. As you can see right there, he was still attacking me with the knives. So I was able to double click on the special attack, and because the auto retaliate was on, I didn't have to click on him and inspect him out without having to click on him. But again, well, first check out the loot. This is actually one of the good loots that you can get PKing as a pure. But yeah, again, if you ever auto retaliate off, or if they eat at the moment when you take out the spec, then you're gonna have to click on them. But I like to use auto retaliate because it's easier for me, and I think it'll be easier for you as well as a beginner. Once you get better, you can have auto retaliate off. So that's all I have for you guys. I hope you guys enjoy the video, and subscribe, and hope this video helped some of you guys out. And yeah, so have a great day.